it's kind of gross. Like, do you know what an egg is?
Do I know what egg is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's embryo. You're eating a chicken poo right there, right?
Let me ask you this. A chicken has one hole, right?
Okay.
Poo, pee, vaginal fluids, all comes out of it.
Yeah.
You crack that and you say, breakfast?
Yeah, but it's a good source of protein.
Have you seen this kind of like footage before?
I have seen pieces of that,
Yeah.
which is mind-blowing, actually.
Do you eat animals or eggs or?
Yeah, I do eat animals. Yes,
Okay.
I do, but
Yeah.
I don't. This is not what I support. So.
Isn't it though?
No, I mean, what you, that practice.
Yeah.
Not what you're doing.
Yeah.
That practice. I totally agree.
So everything that we show is completely standard industry practice. This is all like really normal. This is what happens everywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Have you guys ever considered like going like vegan? Like no meat, no cheese, nothing?
No eggs? Not a chance.
Why is that?
That's
What else are you gonna eat for breakfast? Yeah, it's the only thing I can cook, so I mean.
Literally anything that's not a chicken, period. What do you think an egg is, brother? It's a chicken's period.
Right, yes.
Right, same thing like every female gets rid of an egg. That's what you're eating.
Right.
So like this is the egg industry. You consume eggs?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so.
I just think that if it was free range,
Yeah?
my family used to grow, not this.
This is free range.
What I mean is, like, we had farms
Mhm.
where all of the poultry was out running around.
Okay.
Chicken
Yeah.
coop, pick the stuff up in the morning. Not that.
Is that the only time you eat eggs is from that farm?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, I want to be there.
Oh, okay.
I want that to return in place of that.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
So like when you see like free range at a store or free range cage free, that's what that was. Like they're just big warehouses and they just roam by the hundreds of thousands of them.
Really.
Yeah.
We just the farm.
What do you think happens to the males?
Roosters?
Yeah. Because they don't produce eggs.
Yeah, I don't
They don't make it out alive. Yeah, they get killed. They get killed on their first day of life. They get put into
So like baby chicks that are okay.
now all the roosters. So they go in this big thing, it's called a macerator, and they just toss them in there and they just grinds them up alive. Simply because they're born male. They source the male, female, and they actually bred them now, so the males and females grow different colors and different feather patterns, so they can just tell by looking at them.
So they have no use?
Yeah. They don't get big enough. There's different strains of chicken.
Okay.
So the chickens that we eat for breasts and whatever, those are a different strain of chickens. The eggs are different chickens. So they just produce more eggs. They don't grow as fast. So the males, they don't grow quickly enough. So they're not viable to the egg industry. So they just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Or they'll put them in a garbage bag and just tie it tight and see what happens. And a lot of like free range farms, like even the small farms, they have no use for the roosters, so they end up killing them as well.
Yeah, that sucks.
And like every time you're purchasing eggs, you're saying, I like what you're doing, here's the money, can you keep doing it? The average chicken produces, I think it's like 15 eggs a year. We make it so they give 300. So it's really taxing on their body. It takes out all their calcium and all the stuff, and then they can't even stand on their own legs. So chicks tend to eat those eggs to get their calcium back, but we take those eggs away from them, so they're not getting that. So they're getting deficiencies.
I want animal products in my diet stream, but
Well-
I'm not opposed to a better practice
Okay.
of producing husbandry and animal.
But they
Yeah,
do.
I mean it's different, like right if it's like a natural death kind of thing,
Mhm.
but like to be slaughtered like massively.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. Like these animals aren't dying of old age because it's not practical, right? Like, so what would you say is like the absolute best slaughterhouse? Like what is like the best way to kill someone?
I don't know. My husband used to work in a poultry slaughterhouse
Okay.
years ago, so I don't think it's pleasant on anybody's.
So and what about like from the animal's point of view? Like
Oh, I would like it to be humane, like,
Mhm.
like what you do when you take your pets in for euthanasia, along that line.
the problem with that is we need billions and billions of animals dead each year. So it's not practical to put them all out. And also when you do that, it taints the meat, the chemicals that would put you to sleep. So it makes it so it's not edible. So it would never be practical.
You got a good point. And I think the Canada Food Guide is now addressing that too.
Yeah.
That it's sustainable.
Yeah, and like the Canada Food Guide pretty much cut out dairy completely.
Yeah, dairy and milk.
Yeah.
And, alternative protein sources, which I'm definitely
But so what were you saying for breakfast for you?
Well, I eat oats. I eat a nice big bowl of oats with berries and fruit and bananas, you name it. Another easy thing is a tofu scramble. It's essentially scrambled eggs. I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds weird, brother. Trust me, hear me out. You just get scrambled eggs, add some turmeric, stuff like that. It looks just like scrambled eggs.
And yes, it's definitely worthy of consideration of supporting whatever it is we can do to sort that out.
This is the down industry right here. So they're plucked alive, so they keep producing more feathers. So anytime you have like a down jacket or blanket or whatever, this is where it comes from. Google vegan breakfast item. You'll find 30 million options.
I mean, do you even really like the taste of eggs? You just like scarf it down, right? So.
And that was the thing. Like I used to eat all kinds of eggs and whatnot before. Like I said, I used to eat it all. Like I'm not coming from like I was born vegan. Like I wish, but that's definitely not the case. But like once I saw this, like I couldn't say like I love animals, right? And you guys both said you love animals. Sure. And are supporting this. Do you see like any like contradiction?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I do.
So like, do you think there's like a certain nutrient that we can only get from animal products, or like?
No, I just think the combination is important.
Do you need like the group of it all?
Yeah, I know, and I know you can get it all from vegetarian sources. My daughter's vegetarian, so. But she's actually, what do you call it?
Pescatarian, CH yeah. All animals want to live, right? And especially when you see it from the animal's point of view, it's like, you have to ask yourself, like, is that animal's life worth more than a sandwich or an egg or a glass of milk to me, right? And then on the flip side, what if like, say veganism was like healthier and like would maybe cure some diseases? Would it be worth looking into? Yeah.
No, you got a point. You got a good argument. You got a really effective campaign. I'm impressed with what you've done here, and it certainly has enlightened me.
See, and the problem is we call things like bacon and whatnot. Chickens are like a weird one, but like bacon, that's pig flesh. We call it bacon, ham, pork, so we don't think of this, right? We try to distance ourselves from that. But like, say to this animal, say you went vegan today and you saved one single pig's life your entire time being vegan. Would it be worth it to that animal?
It'd be worth it to that animal, but it just, I don't know, you gotta get a bigger following, you know? It's hard for one person to feel like they're making a difference.
So do you not think one person can make any difference?
Well, you're saying one person, you know, is the equivalent of saving one animal.
Oh no, it's absolutely much more than that. I'm giving you the absolute bare minimum. Say you went vegan your entire life and you only saved one single animal. To that animal, would it be important?
Sure, it'd be important to that animal.
Okay, so say like, it was a dog. Say like, I love eating dog, but like, I had to kill them to eat them, right?
Yeah.
But someone said, you know what, you don't have to kill that dog and eat them. And I said, bro, but dog bacon. But dog bacon though. That's great to hear. Yes, all we're trying to do is just help reconnect people with what they consider food and how animals are exploited in different ways, right? And
yeah, it's mind destructive is what it is.
yeah, and this is, like I said, this is all standard practice. Like when you have turkey, you have chicken, this is what happens to them.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you.
So you said like if veganism was healthier, you'd maybe like look into it, right? Out of the top 15 killers, a plant-based diet will help reverse 3 of them. The top 3, which is heart disease. I forget the other 2, but the number 1 killer of humans is heart disease.
Stroke.
Yeah. And how does that happen usually? Heart disease.
Well, that is a combination of genetics and diet and lifestyle.
One of the biggest reasons is definitely diet and cholesterol, right? Cholesterol clogs up your arteries, right? You've heard every doctor say that before, right? The cool thing about a plant-based diet is there's absolutely 0 cholesterol. Cholesterol is only found in animal products like dairy, milk, eggs. Because we have cholesterol. Like if I ate you, I'd have cholesterol, right? But that's not a good thing for us. So like if you were to go say vegan, because vegetarian still uses like eggs and milk and so say you were to go vegan and then you were to show your mom like, hey mom, this is why I want to go vegan. I saw these movies, these videos, like do you think maybe she'd be like willing to go vegan with you?
Maybe. I don't know. I never really thought about it, but
Yeah. Good point.
Would you consider yourself an animal lover?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you have any pets? What do you have?
Dog.
Oh cool. Would you ever eat your dog?
Nope.
Why not?
It's the point where you personalize them.
Okay, so like say there's like a dog over there you didn't know. Would you eat him?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, it's a good point. good point.
Yeah.
Well, people eat dogs all over the world.
Right.
But they're brought up that way.
Yeah. So do you think like culture dictates morality?
To some
Absolutely.
extent.
Yeah. So like culturally, like slavery was legal. Was it moral?
Definitely not.
So there's your answer right there.
As we're conditioned to sort of
Mm-hmm.
look at certain animals as food sources and animals as
Mm-hmm.
companions, right? So,
And you think that's a little weird?
yeah, there's no logic to that.
So like, what's the difference between like say like a dog and a pig in the sense that they want to live?
Yep.
So you already know. You already have the gears.
I have this argument all the time in my head.
So you know what your head's telling you?
Yes.
Your head's telling you to go vegan.
Well, I think I've got some things to think about.
You do. You guys are both.
Breakfast menu?
I'm gonna give you some stuff.
Okay, perfect.
This is who we are. We're Anonymous for the Voiceless.
Okay.
I got one with you. On the back, we got Cube of Truth. CubeOfTruth.com. That's what this is. On here, there's all kinds of documentaries, books, resources, whatever. There's a really cool thing on here, which I think you two could try together. It's called Challenge 22. It's completely free on Facebook. It's a challenge. So it's a 22-day vegan challenge. That starts at the beginning of every month. They'll give you mentors. They'll help you find recipes. If you message them and be like, I don't know what to eat for breakfast, they'll help you out.
Okay.
And it takes 21 days to break a habit. So you get one extra day to like whatever. But after that's the hardest part about doing like a new thing. It's just like, where do I start? What do I eat? I'm used to going to this restaurant instead of that restaurant. I'm used to grabbing this product instead of this product. But after 21 days, you're like, wow, that was a lot easier than I expected.
I love that. That's really good.
And I have something else that you can look into. There's a bunch of really cool documentaries on Netflix and whatnot if you want, or even just on YouTube. Books, resources, all kinds of really cool stuff. It's good for the environment. It's good for the animals. It's good for your health. But like I say, like for me personally, once I saw this kind of stuff, I couldn't consider myself an animal lover while still supporting it. And that's why I made the switch.
Yeah, it's very, very effective, and you're absolutely right.
So there's the eggs, right? So they're sorting the male and female. See how MF, MF?
Yep.
And they're just chucking them in. And like I said, males, they get ground up alive.
That's amazing.
And this isn't like some weird place you found. This is what happens to the chicks.
Yeah, no, it is very true in the extreme. It is interesting because my husband grew up out west, and they had to do the full cycle of animals as part of their
The schooling, yeah.
So they would use every piece of it. It would grow up free range where they were. They looked in his big brown eyes of the cow that they called Billy. Realizing that they had to eat for the winter because that's all they had. But it's a
All right. Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. So what's that challenge called?
22 days.
Challenge 22. I'll also give you guys these. These are some bookmarks and whatnot. I got two.
Thank you.
There's a bunch of cool other resources on here. And just look it up, right? Like, for me, that's what I did. Someone told me like, hey, check out this documentary. Dominion is a really good one. Dominion. Is this kind of stuff. It shows the leather, the wool, it shows it all. And you have to ask yourself, like, if it's not good enough for your eyes, why is it good enough for your mouth and your wallet?
far cry from that.
Absolutely, right? Like, at one point, we may have needed animal products to survive. But we don't now. We go to the grocery store, we grab either a pack of chicken or a different protein, which the Can of Food Guide has showed you all kinds of new ones recently.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube video called Dairy is Scary. It's just 5 minutes on YouTube. And it goes through like the whole dairy process. It's very thorough. And I think it's really helpful because, let me ask you this. Why does a cow produce milk? So what do you think they do with like the calves, like after they give birth? Because like we want that milk for us, right? So like we can't have the calves drinking that milk.
Right. Well, depending on which farm you're at, that's dependent on the practice of the farm.
Well, 98% of all dairy comes from factory farms. So I guess we can go for the majority.
Yeah, so they probably use veal at that point. That's
Absolutely. So the males, since they don't produce milk, they get killed for veal. Sometimes they'll sell them off to beef farms, but for the most part, they just kill them for veal. And then the daughters get to live the same life as their mother, getting forcibly impregnated, having her baby taken away from her. And she cries out for days. And obviously her baby just keeps getting taken away. And about 4 or 5 years, she gets killed for ground beef.
Now,
And like, so
that's the question.
yeah.
Do animals have a soul?
I personally believe yes. So like when you look into your dog's eyes, do you see an individual or do you see like a table?
Right. I see an individual. If it pees on the carpet, it's going to have a feeling of guilt.
right. We've got arguments that are all solid. Like I say, I have to run now, but well done.
Thank you. What was your name?
Lori,
Lori, nice meeting you.
nice to meet you too. Good luck, guys.
check out those resources.
I absolutely will.
I appreciate that. I can tell you have it in you. You're a compassionate person.
Yeah, I think the day will come somehow when we can understand what animals are thinking when they speak, and we'll all be shamed.
Yeah.
Just like we were in all the other practices.
Yeah. And at the very least, we'll just leave them off our plates.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got this.
Good luck, guys.
Have a great day. Thank you for the talk.
Subscribe.